there guys, it's PC Guy here once again with the tech and gaming news of the week. This time around we are starting off with some gaming news. Remember a few weeks back when Blizzard launched Diablo, the remastered edition on GOG that is fully compatible with nowadays computers and systems? Well, that's right. Warcraft and Warcraft 2 Battle.net Edition have just been launched to GOG as well. They are available either separately for a reduced price naturally, or together in a bundle for 13.29, which is not very expensive considering it's two games, even though they are old. But they're classics, they're staples of the classic gaming from 20 years back, let's say. There are few more known games than Warcraft when it comes to RTS. So if you like classics and you like to relive the good old days, this is definitely a good deal that I would consider getting. It also has some new features, for example, like cloud saves that obviously were not available in the previous iterations of the game. It does feature single and multiplayer, so it is Battle.net supported in a way. I am not exactly sure how far that support goes, if it also has, for example, Battle.net Shadow and whatnot. But in any case, it is a good deal for some very, very iconic classic games. On a bit more tech-related news, Intel has in the past week launched a few BIOS updates to certain motherboards. In this case, Asus and Gigabyte in particular have updated their lineup of the 300 series motherboards in preparation for a future launch of new processors still within the 9th generation series, so still in the 9000 something series, but expectedly with some minor-ish improvements. These improvements could be either bug and hardware issue fixes, could also be lower TDP parts for the same performance, or same TDP parts with better performance, be it baseline performance or better overclocking potential. We'll see what those processes are and what they are capable of when they actually launch. Don't expect a in-depth review from me, more like a global summary of what actual professional reviewers find of the parts. But in any case, if you already own a ninth generation processor, it's definitely not going to be worth upgrading to one of those new processors. If you are planning on an upgrade right now for your CPU, I would potentially wait a little bit to see what actually comes out from Intel's side. Also from AMD side, the Ryzen 3 is not very far in the horizon, so if you are hoping for a processor upgrade, I would also wait and see what comes out from AMD side. Well, speaking of AMD, the rumor mill keeps going around the Navi generation of GPUs. While there are still no concrete leaks or specifications of how exactly to perform, one of the newest leaks is that it will support ray tracing, and it will have fundamental changes to its architecture that will make it superior even to the 2080 and 2080 Ti from Nvidia. How accurate this is, it's impossible to tell because again there are no specifications, there is nothing really concrete out there, it's just a rumor. Although this rumor is supposed to be coming from someone who has leaked trust things that have checked out in the past. So take it with a bucket of salt, I guess, or two. But according to this source, there will be at first a Navi 10 GPU that will be coming out still in 2019, and that should be around the level of 2070 or 2080 RTX card. In 2020, they are expecting a Navi 20 GPU that is supposed to be even better than the 2080 Ti. There is no pricing, there is no specifications, there is nothing concrete about either of these two rumored GPUs. So, what am I supposed to say about this? I guess other than to report to you guys what has been, spread out there. So yeah, if you are planning to upgrade graphics cards, I would not delay it hoping for this particular thing. I would suggest waiting a couple of months anyway, because to see if there is any actual official announcement on Navi. There were rumors previously that there was going to be some sort of announcement or launch around July. So I would, if you are not in a rush to upgrade, I would wait and see if something actually happens. If you really want to upgrade, just do it anyway because you can't wait around forever based on rumors. And yeah, there are some very good, especially on the intermediate and budget side of things. There are some very good options from Nvidia right now, as well as AMD, obviously, with the Vega 56s and 64s and all that sort of stuff. But there is the GTX 1660 and 1660 Ti, which are very good value options. If you really, really, if your GPU died and you need a new one right away, those are very good options. So yeah, don't wait around on rumors, I would say. Then again, if this Navi 20 is coming out supposedly in 2020, then that still gives Nvidia another whole year and a half, 2 years, to actually, well, a year and a half ish, let's say, a year to a year and a half. That gives them a year ish, a year and a half, like I said, to actually come out with something. And by then, sure, let's say the Navi 20 beats the 2080 Ti. By then, Nvidia will probably be close to launching the 3080 Ti or whatever they're gonna call it. And will the Navi 20 beat that? We don't know, but kind of doubtful considering AMD's track record for holding the top of the product stack as far as performance goes. So yeah, we'll see, but it's not awfully exciting. On Nvidia side of things, there is a rumor about a couple of unreleased products that Nvidia is working on, which are actually kind of interesting. The first one, I will let you see the current iteration of it, is Nvidia Shield and its Shield controller. For those of you that are not familiar with it, Nvidia Shield is kind of a mix of a smart home thing like, Alexa and that sort of stuff, together with a streaming, media streaming solution, as well as game streaming and other sorts of things. I will scroll down a little bit for you guys to see. There's also a Shield TV, which is supposed to work ideally with NVIDIA Shield, although it can work without the TV, I believe. And as well as a controller that you can use that is built for the gaming part of it. Now, the gaming part of it is similar to what I have mentioned last week with Google Stadia. It's a game streaming service, basically. There are issues with all game streaming services currently. Mostly the input lag. It will never be as smooth as playing it on your own platform because of the time it takes for your commands to travel to the server and then for you to see a reaction from the server on your TV to the command you just gave your character, whatever. So there's that. Not sure how great that is, but it is a great solution. It's supported by Nvidia, and it does allow you to play games for free, and I mean free as long as you own a Shield. And I is it subscription based? I'm actually not sure. It probably is, but anyway, you don't have to actually buy the games. The games are streamed via Nvidia, and you can just play whatever you want. And they're always up to date. They're always installed. You don't have to install them and uninstall them. So it is very good. In any case, Nvidia seems to be working on a new Nvidia Shield TV and a new Nvidia Shield controller and box. So if you think that this is a handy thing, which it kind of is, I think it is probably something more suited for console players, to be honest, because PC gamers, especially enthusiasts, like most of the people that are probably watching my channel, they are probably, if they are anything like me, probably people that like to build their own system and maintain it and tweak it and all that sort of thing. And this is more of like a one-stop, it's done, let's play solution with no real, not the tweaking aspect of it and the upgradability of it. So, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. The second product that I wanted to talk about, you guys, is something that's even more shady than just a random upgrade to the Shield program. It's something called Project R.O.N. It's something that's not really released by Nvidia ever or by anything else, really. It's supposed to be a home AI like like I said, Alexa, Amazon Echo, that sort of thing. But it's supposed to also feature a hologram display. So basically, you know what you see usually in the movies with the little light figures and that sort of hologram stuff. That's what it is kind of supposed to come with. There are no trailers, no previews, no nothing. It's literally just a rumor. This is literally a rumor that comes from someone that was standing behind an Nvidia employee while he was doing stuff on his laptop, and they managed to capture a few images of his screen, and this is something that was on his screen. So is it real? Is it not? I'm not sure. Although Nvidia does have its hands on AI, so it's not crazy. And smart home apparatuses like that are something that is kind of in these days, and there's more and more of them, and they're getting better and better. But one with an holographic display and something, if especially if it is interactable, if you can actually interact with it with your hands and do stuff and control it like that and do things like that. Like imagine trying to design something. Let's say that you're trying to do a 3D model of something. If you could, for example, do that on the holographic display, that would be quite amazing. Now, it's starting to sound a bit something like we see in science fiction movies, but it's something that I hope that we will see in the future. Not necessarily saying this will be included in Project Run, but that is something that I would like technology to develop towards because it makes designing a product or designing a model a lot easier. And if you are keeping up with my, actually, I'm not even sure that I uploaded it yet. If not, I'm gonna. It's a kind of a leak, I guess. If you're keeping up or will keep up with my tutorial about how to design a desk PC, then this is something that would be definitely be very very useful for that. So if the video is already up when you see that, give it a look if you haven't yet to see exactly why I mean that it would be easier in terms of controlling and designing something. If not, keep your eyes open. It's going to be up within a couple of days anyway. There's going to be a few videos, and I'm going beyond the scope of the news part of this. So yeah, it is a program product that I will definitely be looking forward to, especially if the holographic capabilities of it are up to par with something that's useful and usable. So yeah, no, this has been Ethic PC Guy. I hope you have caught up with the news of the week and you heard something that interests you. If not, check again next week and keep checking the videos that are coming up every couple of days. Maybe some of them will interest you, some of them might not, but there's always new ones coming. That's a promise. Now, if you like. If you don't don't like. If you're not subscribed, then do it. Share it with your friends. And I'm stumbling over what I was supposed to say, so you get the picture. Ethic PC Guy here, and I'll see you guys next video.